Man, where Greg at?
It's always fun to do stuff that nobody thinks you can do.
And we know that he is missing some of the targets, but he remains optimistic about the offense.
Oh, another reception. This might go to the end zone. It does. Jalen Wood, a pick six for Middle Tennessee. What is going on?
And coming down here, 26-point dogs, and kicking their butt like we did because it was a butt kicking.
He'll throw, and he'll go up top. Caught! It's the today! Wow!
There was no fluke to this.
Up to the game. Got Ferguson in there as a fullback. He's in. Did he go over the top? Waiting on the word from the officials. Now we get one from the far side officials. Touchdown, Blue Raiders.
And just really proud of our team. The toughness that we played with. We were the tougher team here tonight.
Haynes brings us forward, get pressure on the outside, has a receiver downfield and hooks up with him, and he'll score! Isaiah Metcalf will score for Middle Tennessee.
Knock these suckers off.
Look at him, no clubs, no pads or anything on his arms. Split down here at the bottom of the screen. Cunningham has a receiver wide open. Hits him in stride inside the 30, and he stays on his feet. That's England Chisholm will score. DJ England Chisholm, 71 yards.
Because we kicked their tail, and I ain't afraid to say it.
Yep. They showing up did that. Links in the chat, man. Let's talk about it. Links in the chat. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But before I bring people up on the panel, let's take a time to praise me. Give me my etiquette. I called it. I said that Chris Paul wasn't the guy way before the season started. I said he wasn't the guy during the season, and I'm still going to say he's not the guy. Even though I had people in my comment section throwing on a Superman capes for Mario Cristobal, telling you how he's going to do this. Let's give him a chance. Okay. So while y'all thinking about what to say to me, y'all take the time to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Now, I want to start off by saying there's no need to keep telling y'all I told you so. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. But let's get down to the crevice of this, right? You know, when I knew Cristobal wasn't the guy, when it took him weeks on top of weeks, almost a month, to put this staff together. Anybody that comes in that takes over a program with a new head coach already have their staff in place. Hey, I'm bringing you, and you. It took this dude weeks on top of weeks, almost a month to get his staff together. Right then was a red flag. This cat don't know what he's doing. And then he grabs these high-powered names, supposedly. He grabs these names and he's paying them millions and millions of dollars on just being assistants. Geddes, I can't remember his first name. Right? We all know who was calling the plays in Michigan. I mean, yeah, he called the first down and second down and short and the first down plays. But when it came to third and long, fourth and goal, fourth and inches, we all know Harbaugh was making those calls. Everybody knew it. We knew Harbaugh was making those calls. Right? Kevin Steele, the defensive coordinator for us, the 64-year-old. Now, 64 right there should tell you, man, he shouldn't even be working with kids. Him and those kids from Miami have nothing in common. But Mario Cristobal grabbed this dude out of Clemson dumpster because Clemson, Dabo, got rid of his ass after West Virginia hung 70 points up on Clemson in the Orange Bowl. So Cristobal went dumpster diving in Clemson's trash and pilled him up. And now we got to deal with this. This is the same coach who gave up over 300 yards against Bethune-Cookman, and he gave up 500. Listen now, 500 yards against Middle Tennessee State. I ask again, Cane fans, is this your coach? Now, I made my rounds yesterday. I've been on Twitter, I've been on YouTube, and I've been on Discord. I've been all over the place looking. And the title of this was going to be, was I right or was I right? But nah. I switched it up because now I was looking at, what fascinated me was like the finger pointing. Who everybody's blaming. Who was to blame? Well, everybody got a person to blame. I heard guys telling me that the kids wasn't prepared. You know, the staff is to blame. I heard another guy saying those kids ain't want to play. They overlooked the competition. Those kids came out flat. They, Cristobal and all these other guys, they got accolades. These kids don't got nothing. They just did. Man, let me say this to you. And I'm gonna say this to you. Right? If I'm with your kid, right? If I'm with your kid, and your kid is 7-year-old, right? And he does this particular thing every time he's in my nursery program. He does this particular thing. And at the end of the day, I go home and I go and tell the parents, hey, this kid is doing these things and it's unacceptable. In my mind, where do I assume this kid gets it from? If it's not done, if I haven't seen it done until he got here, where do I assume this kid get whatever he's doing? Where does he get it from? He gets it from home. He gets it from mom. He gets it from dad. Mom and dad are the teachers. Right? I'm not going to blame the kid because he's acting like a jerk. He's a child. But it's sad to watch guys who don't use that same rhetoric take it to football. And all of a sudden, the coach that gets $80 million a year and that's responsible for your child doesn't get any blame for it. Man, get the fuck out of here. Fuck y'all talking about. I got Chef D in the back. Yo. Hello. You there? I can't hear you. You might have to unmute your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, boy, you right about everything you was going. Hey, like I said before, Dunk Down was right. Well, you called it when you called it.
I called it. And the sad thing is, you know what? And everybody can sit up here, man. I don't give a damn if 5 people watch this stream. I want 5 people to go out there and say, hey, man, I've been on this cat channel. This cat called it. I was watching a guy, a Kane fan, right? He does this weekly streams, right? And he said that nobody's seen this coming. Nobody's seen this coming from this coaching staff for Cristobal. I've seen it. I called it. I knew this wasn't the guy. I knew this wasn't the guy. And watching Kane fan make excuses for him, the way they didn't do this for Manny. They didn't do this. Soon as Manny lost to FIU in his first year, we was ready to get Manny the hell up out of there. They didn't do this to Manny, but you're gonna do this. But you ain't. But hold on. So wait a minute. Who is Cristobal? What has he done?
Shit.
Miami done paid this man $80 million for shit that he did at Oregon. And Oregon knew who he was. The writing was on the wall. That's why he didn't get that contract extension, and that's why Phil Knight ain't offering him shit when it came to Nike.
That's why they let his ass go. That's why they let his ass go.
The thing
And to be
is,
honest, and to be honest with you, I think Oregon laughing at us now, boy.
everybody laughing at us, especially Florida State. You heard that? You heard that coach in the beginning. We kicked their butt, and I ain't afraid to say it. That should be the
Yeah,
Miami head
dog.
coach. That should be our
Yeah,
head
dog.
coach.
Yeah,
We
that
kicked
was
their
that
butt,
horrible.
and I ain't afraid to say it. Man, I clipped out a lot of that stuff out of there. That dude said the mighty Hurricanes, Ray Lewis and them ain't running out the tunnel. That man,
Yeah,
he went up, man. That man went up and talked cash shit after that
yeah,
game, and that's how. And everybody look, nobody's scared of us. And all this Mario
all right, bet, bro.
Cristobal drill sergeant bullshit ain't working. Those kids are not responding. They're not responding to it at all.
Yeah,
He's a drill sergeant. He's a drill sergeant who's working with kids, inner city kids. You won't go out the way and go ahead and go play some what the kids listen to nowadays. Young Jeezy. I don't know what they what they
they listen to
NBA young boy.
damn NBA young boy. And I got them. What's the one boy name? What's the one boy name? Oh fuck, what's the one boy name? Oh, what is the goddamn one boy name? I can't put my name on
But
it.
that's
But
what they need
I
to
know what you're
listen to.
talking about. Yeah, I know
They
what you're
need
talking
to
about.
they need to listen to NBA young boy. And Mario Cristobal need to be dancing with the kids in the locker room, wearing a turnover chain to the games. Loosen the fuck up, man. You walking around
Yeah,
with a stick in your ass, and it's clearly, clearly this stick is broke off all the way up to your C5 fucking spinal cord. Because you a
exactly.
whole stiff. You is a whole stiff out here.
A
A whole
whole out
stiff.
there. A whole
You
out there.
65-year-old coaches who got no relatable this cat's still running goddamn this dude's still running 1935 defense. He's 65 years old. Why is he still
Yeah,
coaching?
exactly. Exactly.
I'm at the
Exactly.
point I'm at the point to where now is that I want I, like I if Miami don't do nothing, it's to the point to where I'll be rooting for Florida State. I root for Florida State until they do something with this guy. Until they do something with Cristobal. I'm not a Florida State fan, but I'll be pulling for somebody from Florida to do some damage because Miami ain't it. It ain't it.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, bro. Miami ain't hitting right now.
And we won't be hitting for the next 5, 6 years, however long we plan on keeping this guy. And let me tell you something. Miami is in financial turmoil. We bought out Golden. We bought out Cristobal. Not Cristobal. Manny. And now Cristobal is going to be another buyout. That's dead money. And then we don't
Yeah,
spend
money.
millions on top of millions on on this offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator. Now, when we get another coach in here, this coach, whoever the new coach is, he ain't gonna have no money to work with because we still paying off Cristobal with his $80 million. He
Yeah,
gonna sleep
fucking money.
good at night.
Yeah, fucking money. Yeah, fucking money, bro. You ain't lying.
That man could go sleep good at night on a pillowcase full of $80 million. And what's
Full of $80 million.
sad, what's sad about this is that you got guys that want to leave because they see it. The safety and Trey Williams, I can't remember his name. One of the top safeties from last year recruiting class.
Yeah,
He wants to
yeah.
go. He ready to get the hell up out of there. It's the writings on the wall. The kids see it. Man, if you're not relatable to these kids, you can't coach these kids. And that's just it. Ain't no Justin Herbert isn't here, Mario. He can't
Yeah, that's
save
true.
you. He can't save
They
you.
say your ass.
You
They
thought
say your ass.
Tyler Van Dyke could save you. He can't save you. You are not a coach. If Cristobal loved this program like he say he does, and I don't think he's loved it as he say he does, because I'm gonna put him to this challenge. Bro, if you shit the bed within your first 2 years, step down and forfeit your money. Don't get fired.
Exactly.
Step down. If you love this program, step down. Let the administration take their money and invest it in a quality coach. Because bro, you ain't it. And if you love
Yeah,
this university, like you say you love this university, don't steal from them. Because that's what you're doing right now. You're stealing.
yeah. Stealing. Stealing. You're stealing. That nigga stealing, bro. I'm pocket watching that nigga, man, because that nigga stealing.
On top of that, Mario said he wouldn't take this job. Mario said he wouldn't take this job unless he had this, he had that, he had this, he had that. You gotta invest more money in the football program. You gotta invest money in this. Everything that Mario wanted to get this job, the administrator kowtowed and bowed to this man, and they gave him everything he wanted, and they paid whoever he wanted to get paid. Mario got everything that he desired, and when he took over this job, and this is the outcome we get. Middle Tennessee State in Hard Rock in Miami. And they just kept throwing bomb after bomb after bomb, obliterating that defense. That was already suspect, by the way. I don't already called it. That defense when they hung up when Bethune-Cookman hung 300 points on that shit, 300 yards on that shit. I knew what time it was. I knew exactly what time it was. So I sit back and I say to this. I say, man, listen. At the end of the day, I can't sit here and really pull for this team. And I want if Mario Cristobal lose a game, he needs to keep losing these kind of games, because that A&M game, that's not gonna draw the attention. That's not gonna draw the attention of they gonna be like, nah, that's A&M. Anybody would have lost that game. No. He need to lose these kind of games.
Yeah.
He keep losing these kind of games. Everybody gonna be like, man, Manny ain't do this shit, and everybody call me a Manny apologist, and I'm gonna say this shit. I'm gonna say it. Manny didn't do this. Manny would never let this happen. Okay?
Nah,
Everybody who want Manny out of town, good riddance. Get the hell up out of here. Go do your thing, Manny. Go do your thing. Get out of here. You ran him out of town for this shit? For this shit.
Exactly. You right, boy. You right. You right about that, boy. Everything you said.
For almost triple the money, that they are paying Mario Cristobal. We could have saved that money. This could have been Manny's year, his last year. If Manny didn't get the job done this year, you get Manny the hell up out of here. Them kids ran off 7 straight wins last year for Manny Diaz. 7 straight.
Yeah.
They didn't quit on him. They didn't quit on Manny. They tried to keep Manny's job. You see these kids now at Chris, they won't even respond. They're not even responding. These kids they're not even responding. They laid the fuck down.
They laid straight down. They laid straight down.
I'm upset. I'm upset by the game, but it's kind of like a bittersweet thing for me, because I sat back and I watched the game, and every play they went up top, that was a gut punch. Every time they scored, it was a gut punch. But at the end of the day, it was like, one touchdown closer to this motherfucker getting out the door.
Yeah.
One touchdown closer to him getting out the door.
That's crazy, though. That's crazy, though, man. I still just can't believe we sit back and we let it go like that. Okay.
You want to give me another 5?
There you go. Thank you.
Well, it's not about them letting
man.
it go. It's not about them letting it go like that. You got a lot going on, bro. It's not about them letting it go like that. This is the thing.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Right? This is the thing. Miami can't keep doing this shit as far as, hey, bring the hometown boy back home. Hey, he
Yeah,
got ties to Miami. Hey, he's with the program. Hey, he grew up in Miami. Hey, he went to school in Miami. Hey, he got ties. I'm tired of Jimmy Johnson ain't have no ties to the program when he came down here. Howard
yep,
Snellenberger didn't have no ties to the program when he came down here. Dennis
yep.
Erickson didn't have no ties to the program when he came down here. Larry Coker didn't have no ties to the program when he came down here. All four of those coaches have something in common. And you know what it was? They all won national titles. All of them
That's
won
true.
national titles.
Every single one of them had a national title.
You bring Randy Shannon down here, ties to the program, fired. Manny Diaz, ties to the program, fired.
Five.
Mario
Yep.
Cristobal, first year, Middle Tennessee, smoker in your own goddamn house. You got took to the woodshed. By Middle Tennessee, man, get the fuck out of here.
Woodshed. Yeah, to the woodshed. To the woodshed.
Go ahead, man.
To the, to the damn woodshed. It don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense. I mean, it just don't make no sense. Like, we sit back and we keep spending these money on these damn coaches, man, and they ain't really like they just trash. They just straight up trash. Every single one of them, straight trash.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what the conversation is about. Obviously, nobody's gonna get fired after that game. Nothing's gonna
Obviously,
happen. Nothing's gonna happen. They got a bye week this week, and then they got then they play their daddies. They play their daddies. North Carolina owns Miami, so
yeah,
Mac Brown owns Miami. North Carolina owns Miami. So they play their daddies after this bye week, and that's the beginning of ACC play. Now, if anything, a loss like this, when people seen this kind of loss, there's no way you can walk in the ACC with your chest out all confident. We got our tail tucked between our legs. The ACC smell blood. NC State, Clemson, Florida State is blood in the water. Is blood in the water, and them sharks are circling. They see Miami beat up weak, and we got a leader who's a man. Listen,
yeah, yeah. You right, boy. You absolutely right, boy. It don't make no damn sense, none whatsoever.
why what's it? What the only silver lining to come out of this to me. Don't got to be to nobody else. The only silver lining that come out of this to me is that we got to see Jake Garcia. We got to see a little bit of him, right? We got to see a little bit of the receivers get extra touches instead of
Yeah,
Restrepo because I don't know why he's a number one. He's not a number one, but Miami wants him to be a number one. That just goes to show the coaching staff we got. Okay, of course, those other guys can't hold on to the football because when we playing cupcake teams like Bethune Cookman and Southern Miss, when we playing cupcake teams like that, you don't want to spread
uh-huh.
the ball around. We want to go ahead and pack the stack sheet for Restrepo. Spread the
Yeah,
ball around. Let's see what the other guys could do. So when we get into that situation of a big game, hey, we don't just got to depend on Xavier Restrepo. We can depend on this guy. We can depend on that guy. And let's talk about the practices that Cristobal is on. I don't know what the hell they doing in practice, but at the end of the day, Cristobal got these boys running drills to where nobody's on this team healthy. Miami is down to only one starting. They're down to only one healthy running back that's on scholarship. One. So whatever the hell Cristobal got these boys doing in practices, he wearing their ass out. And I don't understand why he's bringing that Alabama shit down here. He's bringing the backwoods of Oregon down here. And there's no ducks here, bro. There's no rolling
yeah,
tides here, bro. There's hurricanes
yeah.
down here. You either get with
Right
it or
off
get the
for it.
hell on. Now, Cristobal has options. You can go ahead and get this ass whooping. Learn from this ass whooping. Move on and do something different. Because when you came into this goddamn uh taking over this team, You was a stiff. You took the turnover chain away. You a drill sergeant. You scream at the kids for celebrating. You're an asshole. You all these things. You all these things that not related. Man, these kids get enough of that verbal abuse at home. They get enough of that verbal abuse at home. I'm not telling you not to be assertive. A little assertive is always needed. But at the same time, when they want to have a good time, party, and have fun, and they want to celebrate, let kids be kids. Let them be kids. Nick Saban is giving his quarterback dap on the sideline. Mac Brown is dancing in the locker room with his guys. Les Miles, before the season started, was dancing on that little circle thing at LSU with the new recruits. All Cristobal does is let guys put on a uniform, throw up the U, smile for a camera, and walk the hell off. Do something out of the box, bro. Stop being a goddamn stiff.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Back to the topic. Who's to blame? And I want anybody that's willing to listen to this stream, anybody that's willing to listen, who take the time to listen to this stream, it's easy. You don't blame kids. You blame their parents. Period. If your kid is 7 years old and is a dickhead in school and nobody in the class acts like him, he gets it from home. Anytime somebody has to do a social study on somebody, they go to their living environment, they go to their family, they find out what's going on with their family, find out what's going on home. So what the hell we put out on that, what the hell Miami put out on that field, y'all need to look home. And who is home? Cristobal and his bullshit coaching staff. That's home.
Yeah, you're right about that, bro.
Hell we blaming kids for? Why are we blaming these kids? Oh, the kids didn't want to play. Well, honestly, well, if you say the kids didn't want to play, well, let's go with the other side of the argument. The kids don't want to play. Okay, fine. I get it. The kids, y'all blaming the kids, right? Okay, well, let's blame the kids. Do you blame the kids for fucking playing? Do you blame the kid for wanting to play for a guy like Mario Cristobal? He takes the turnover chain away from him. He runs them into the ground at practice. Nobody's fucking healthy. He runs them into the ground at practice. He cusses them out every chance he get. I mean, come on, man. Would you want to play for a guy like that? When the defense celebrates, man, look how lonely they is running off the field looking for a turnover chain. They look lonely.
Yeah, they do look lonely, bro. They look lonely.
But that's my time, man. You got anything to say? So I'm gonna wrap this up.
Man, you hit everything in a nutshell. You hit everything in a nutshell. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Love it when I can get on here, man. Love it when I can get on here, you know? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you being up here, man. Chef D, I appreciate you up here. Closing words. Everything that glitter isn't gold. That's flat out obvious. To the keen eye, you got to see beyond the bullshit, and you got to go ahead and find the flaws in the diamond. The first game of the year, everybody's seen the 70 points that we hung up on Bethune-Cookman. What nobody didn't see was that we gave up over 300 yards total offense to Bethune-Cookman. You can put lipstick on a pig, still a pig. You could change Mario Cristobal, sidelines, colors, teams. He's still that guy that coached FIU. We've seen it. He hasn't done anything. Herbert saved this guy. And when Herbert left, you seen he was 5-4 the pandemic year. 5-4. And then the year after that, he bails. First chance he get. Because he seen Tyler Van Dyke and he thought he had another Justin Herbert. I'm not sad today. I'm not really disappointed. I'm upset because there's not many guys like me. There's only a handful of us, and guess what? We're not being heard. We're getting drowned out by the fans who say they love the Miami Hurricanes, but they'll sit back and put up with this fucking mediocre bullshit that we just seen Saturday. You don't love the Canes. I love them. I love them so much. I'm telling you, I want this coach out of here. This is how much I love Miami. I love Miami to the point to where, hey, I'm not gonna be a yes man. I'm not gonna jump on the train just because you hire a guy. I'm not gonna sit here and say, hey, that's the guy. He's not the guy. Love is not saying yes to everything a motherfucker tell you. Love is not fucking receiving that everything a motherfucker give you. And for somebody gift wrap me shit, I'm not gonna accept it. I don't give a damn how much they love me. And you know what? The Miami Hurricane administration is trying to tell y'all that they love you by hiring this shit. Gift wrap shit. Saturday, what we seen was shit. Man, y'all get the fuck out of here. Oh, Cristobal, I believe in Cristobal. He'll take us, he'll guide us, give us some time, give him some time. Oh, he got all the time in the world. He got 8 years to do it. Because Miami done put Miami done put a guy in a position with a 500% winning coaching record at $8 million a year. This guy's making $80 million off of the program, and he got one of the highest paid assistants. He got everything he wanted. I'm gonna start it. Y'all either get behind me or y'all get the fuck out the way. Fire Mario Cristobal. Fire Mario Cristobal. Peace, y'all. I'm out.